Okay, the shrew fence. One day, Randy was out working on the fence for the horse pasture out in the yard a ways, and the dogs were out in the backyard, and I was in the house doing something or other. Well, I kept coming out for whatever I was doing, some little chore, and I noticed that Friday was over at this one spot in the fence, and he was acting like there was something there. And so I called to him and talked to him, and he barely looked at me and went right back to where he was. And he's acting like there was something on the other side of the fence that he could get. And I said, there's nothing there, you're acting silly, stop it. Went back in the house. A couple minutes later, came back out again. Well, he's still there. Now he's barking. And I thought, what are you doing? There's nothing there. And I called down to Randy, and he said, no, he's been doing that for a while. There's nothing there. I don't know what he's doing. And I went back inside. And then I came back out some time later, 5-10 minutes, whatever. And he's still doing it. He's still at the fence. And so finally I said, all right, fine, I'll walk down and I'll show you that there's nothing there. So I walked all the way down to the dog yard and around the fence and looked at the grass, and there was nothing. And he just was staring at the same spot, wagging his tail, giving me this look like, yes, there is. It's right there. It's right there. And I looked, and I even put my hand all over the grass and felt it and said, there's nothing here. I don't know what you're looking at. And he was just convinced. I was walking back up toward the house, and he just wouldn't leave the fence and said, all right, Friday, come on. I'll take you out. Come out loose, and I'll show you there's nothing there. So he ran to the gate, and I let him out, and first thing he did was out the gate, around the fence, right back to that same spot on the outside. And so I followed him back. I said, there's nothing there. I don't know what you're barking at. I don't know why you're excited. There's nothing there. And he went right to the spot, and he started sniffing around and poking and digging, and right under the roots of the grass was this little shrew. And he was right the whole time. It had been in there burrowing through the grass and eating roots. And he knew it was there, and we didn't believe him. And he grabbed it up and ran around the yard with it in his mouth and was having a good old time. And I just felt so bad. I said, I'm so sorry, Friday. You're absolutely right. There was something there. And so he was a good hunter, and he protected us from the nasty shrew.